Hello folks, this is 2008 October November paper 2 and the question number is 3, and the question is again concerned with this chapter of forces. The first question is about definition. So it says distinguish between the moment of a force and the torque of a couple. So moment of a force is simply the product of magnitude of the force into perpendicular distance of the fulcrum from the direction of force. In case of couple, it will be it's the product of the magnitude of force into distance between the perpendicular distance between the directions of the two forces. Number B, you can see in the figure an old type of weighing machine. I had my weight or mass measured in our airport when I was a child, around 7 or 8 years old at that time. So it says one type of weighing machine known as a Steelyard is illustrated in figure 3.1. So the two sliding weights can be moved independently along the rod. So we can move this rod to fix here, and so on, and we can also move this rod, this thing, sliding weights along this thing. So as we go on here, this thing tries to tilt. So when this also goes there, the tilt, and the weight tries to move it up or move it down. With no load on the hook and the sliding weights at the zero mark on the metal rod is horizontal. Yes, it's balanced. The hook is 4.8 meter from the pivot. So there's a hook, pivot here. A sack of floor is suspended from the hook. So here we have a sack of floor here suspended. In order to, so when this happens, it will tilt like this. When it in order to return the metal rod to the horizontal position, the 12 Newton sliding weight is moved 84 centimeter and along the rod, and 2.5 Newton is moved 72 centimeters. So it will go somewhere here and it will go somewhere here in order to balance this thing once it has been tilted. So what we have to do is calculate the weight of the sack of floor. So we have to find the weight. So what is happening here right now is, here the weight is acting downward, and the weight is creating moment in anti-clockwise sense. So that's why the anti-clockwise moment is equal to the weight into this perpendicular distance, which is 4.8 centimeter here from the pivot. So W into 4.8 equal to now what happens is, this 12 Newton force, which is at 84 centimeter, we'll try to move it in clockwise sense. So I must have this equal to this 12 into 84 plus again this 2.5 Newton. Also when it goes here, it tries to move this thing in clockwise sense. So that's why I must have 2.5 into the distance has been stated as 72 centimeter, so it is into 72. So the calculation will now give me, so let me arrange the equation here. The equation, so W should be equal to 12 into 84 plus 2.5 into 72 whole divided 4.8, and this comes to be equal to, so 12 into 84 plus bracket 2.5 into 72 bracket close equal to by 4.8 equal to, so this becomes 247.5 Newton. So when I write in 2SF, it becomes 250, or when I write in 3SF, it becomes 240 Newton. Now suggest why the Steelyard would be imprecise when weighing objects with a weight of about 25 Newton. So it says that if the weight is about 25 Newton, this scale would be, this type of Steelyard would be imprecise. Might be. So what happens is, when this is 25, so this becomes 25, this whole product will be less. So it means that what we'll have is, this 12 is fixed, 25 is fixed, so these distances will decrease. So even a small change might produce high degree of uncertainty. Even if 1 centimeter is there, it varies. So if it is 8 and it varies 1 centimeter, then change will be 1 by 8, which will be 12.5%. So that's why. So what happens here is, it brings is imprecise, because this product will be less and the changes in their distances will be very, very small. So we can say very, very small change in distances required. Small changes in distances required. Small changes in distances required, which might be slightly difficult when operated by our hands, because even a small, only a small change, it might slide here and there, so it will be slightly difficult as well.